What's up, nerds? It's Pat from the Nerd You're Looking For podcast. And obviously, as you can tell, this is going to be a little bit different type of video than I normally put out. So I've been kind of slacking with this video. I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I just kind of got lazy after Indie PopCon, after we got back from Indie PopCon. Just things were really crazy, and I was trying to get caught up. And also, I wanted to do this at 100 subs, but we kind of been seesawing a lot, and so I didn't want to put out this video until I knew that we would have 100 subs, because it would be kind of embarrassing if I'm like, oh, thank you for subscribing, we finally have 100 subs, and then of course the next day my luck would be that we would go back down to 99. So I just wanted to put out this video and thank everybody. When we first started this YouTube channel, like when we started the podcast, we didn't know if anyone would care. And we were super surprised that people were listening to the podcast. And then we finally decided, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we also started a YouTube channel? And we didn't really know what to do with it. It was kind of shit for a long time because we would put out like new comic book day videos. We'd put out unboxings and occasionally a gaming video. But it took us a while before we realized, hey, we just want this to be a gaming channel. And we knew that it was going to be a tough road because I'd never done any kind of gaming or commentary or anything like that. So I didn't know what to expect. And plus it was a super oversaturated genre and still is. And so we still struggle to grow. But the fact that we're over 100 subs now is amazing. And so I wanted to do something special for you guys to thank you, especially Mr. Gaines, Batsu Cosplay, Nick over at Twitch. Like the fact that people come to my stream every single day just blows my mind. So I wanted to do something kind of special for you guys, just to kind of thank you for being a part of this, because this is crazy to me. I know 100 subs doesn't seem like a lot to people, but for somebody like me that just started this gaming channel kind of out of the blue, and I didn't really know what to expect from it, the fact that 100 people, well, 100 plus at this point, decided to hit that subscribe button is amazing. So what I want to do, and I've seen other gaming channels do this, is I kind of wanted to show you guys my nerd room. This is where I record all of my gameplay content, also the podcasts as well. Alright, so let's go into my nerd room. First off, I do have this nice little sign that tells my wife that you need to kind of keep out, no girls allowed. But she still kind of ignores it sometimes, which is a little bit annoying because I got the sign purposely for that. So the room is kind of dirty, so I apologize for that. It needs to definitely be vacuumed and definitely dusted a little bit. But here's my first desk. This is actually where we would record the podcast before Tyler moved to Cleveland. I would sit over here, and then he would sit over there, and we had all of our microphone and our mixer and all that stuff. But once he moved away, obviously we had to do it a little bit differently, so now we do it on Skype. So I kind of just repurposed this desk to actually be a desk. This little drawing here of Donatello, which is my favorite Ninja Turtle, was actually, I believe it was the first gift my wife ever gave me. She's a really talented artist. She sells her art on different art shows and stuff around town. And I really, when we first started dating, I was blown away by how good she was. And so I really love when she kind of gives me stuff that she can't just buy anywhere. It's just very personal to me because you can't buy this. This is an original Chrissy Butler, well, Chrissy Coon now, original, and it blows me away how good she is. And then I have my zombie cookie jar that was in my first apartment that I had gotten for myself. Like I didn't have any roommates or anything. It just has a lot of like electrical equipment for my podcast and stuff like that inside. It doesn't actually have cookies. And then of course the entire Blu-ray Batman 66 collection. I didn't really dig the show as much as I thought I would. I'm a huge Batman fan. It's really just kind of there because I am a huge Batman fan. I love the case and I love the display. And then of course there's my MacBook, which I don't do a ton of gaming stuff on. It's really just kind of editing the podcast. And on that wall, we have a lot of comic books that I have signed. Well, a few comic books that I have signed and some prints that I bought. And behind the door, and this one I get shit for occasionally when somebody comes in this room, is I have my Yoga Hosers poster, which just makes me look like this huge Yoga Hoser fan. The movie's alright, but the fact that we got to sort of meet Kevin Smith at Indie PopCon a few years ago. he had a special showing of this movie, and that's where Tyler and I both bought ourselves some yoga posters. So that's kind of why I have that on my wall, just because I remember that night and it was really cool, and to kind of get to see your hero, because I love Kevin Smith so much. And over here we have another desk, my corner desk, and there's a picture of my wife that I mentioned earlier, and Rambo, my dog. I have another dog, Caesar, but he's not in that picture. And then we have my hat collection that is always growing. You see me wear these hats on videos. I'm actually wearing my Pittsburgh Pirates gray hat that you saw earlier, so obviously that's not in the stack. I have my Raphael piggy bank, and then you have a trading card of Kevin Smith down there that my dad gave me. And then if you pan up, I have my Silent Bob mug. It's actually Blunt Man. And then on the other side, you have Chronic. There's a really cool piece that I found at my local comic book shop, Secret Headquarters. And then some pops, a Q-tip, some more pops, some more pops, and then Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and some more pops. Amazing Spider-Man. Then you pan over to the big stuff. That is my setup right there. You have a bunch of cords below, but you also have my Xbox, my 64, my GameCube, and if we get a little bit closer, there's my actual laptop that I do all my gameplay stuff on. And then we have my Retron HD, which plays original NES cartridges. You have my dock for my Switch, and then also my PlayStation 4. The funny thing is, I don't like the fact that my PlayStation 4 is gold, but it was a terabyte, and it was the same price as, I think, the Nathan Drake 60... not 60, I almost said 64. And the Nathan Drake collection for the PlayStation 4, that was only 500 gigabytes. So obviously I was going to go with the whole terabyte hard drive. And then this is another thing that my wife got me. She found a place, I think on Etsy, that does custom bobbleheads. And so she made me into a Ninja Turtle. It's pretty creepy, but it's also a very cool gift. So, and there's some more pops. There's my Blue Yeti. There's some more pops, and among other things. That right there is a Buffalo Bills hat. I wore it for a while on the videos. It's kind of a tribute to my mom, who passed away a couple of years ago. And so I kind of retired it, and it kind of sits there. She was always really proud that I did like stand-up and podcasts and YouTube stuff. So I kind of just put that there. As I know it sounds silly because it's just a stupid hat, but it's kind of the way that I honor her and a way that she can kind of watch over me. So that's why that's there. Some more pops, among other things. This is kind of where I keep, and this is going to be kind of clunky because I have the camera in my hand. I'm trying to move my chair away. But as you can see, I have some pops that people have signed. Those are really cool. Charlie Cox signed my Daredevil pop, Happy Anniversary, because it was my wife and I. We always go on a trip for our anniversary. And we, a couple of years ago, went to Indy Comic-Con, and he was there, and we kind of chit-chatted to him about it being our anniversary, so he was very, very cool. So Mantis, we got that signed last year at Indy PopCon, this past Indy PopCon, and then I have some other stuff right there. This is kind of my favorite pop, because I got it from Secret Headquarters, the place I got that mug from, and they kind of take them out of the box and paint them and put a sticker on them, and you can't really see it because of the glare from the light, but it's a Secret Headquarters exclusive, and I really love that pop just because I love that store so much, and it's such a cool, like, it's Caesar from War from the Planet of the Apes, but he has his war paint from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, so I think that's really cool. And then here's my controllers. That little Spider-Man thing is, I went back to Vegas for my birthday, and on my cake, my ice cream cake, because I love ice cream cake, was a Spider-Man little thing, that little head. So I clipped it to this, and it's kind of like a cool little decoration for the thing I bought from all my controllers. And there are my Toy Story pops. And there's my clock, my Star Wars vinyl record clock that I like quite a lot. And in this corner, you have my little air freshener, super exciting. It gets a little stuffy in this room, so it's always nice. And then I have some pops and some Ninja Turtle Tiki shot glasses and more pops. And This is the wall that I try to cover up because we had some problems when we first moved in, and so we had to knock part of that wall out to fix a water pipe, and I'm not good with drywall, so it looks like shit. But there's that. There's my little TV, my Rolling Stones thing. Oh, and this is really cool. I got a light switch thing for Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. I really like that. I think I got it from either Amazon or Etsy. I can't remember. And I love these. So what these are is my wife and I dressed up as the intruders from a really awesome horror film called You're Next. And we found the mask on Amazon that I mean, they have to be the masks that they used in that movie because they looked exactly like. My wife actually painted them to look like the masks in Your Next because they were actually the animals. Like they look like the animals. Like this one, the sheep, and this one's a wolf. So she painted them like white, black, and gray. So that she did the shading and everything on there. And of course she did the blood. So it looks really, really cool. And afterwards I was like, I got to put those in my room because I love them so much. If you pan back a little bit, you have my comic books that I'm never going to get caught up on. I always say that I am, but I read so much. Futurama DVD set, and it was signed by Phil Lamar, who does Hermes, the voice for Hermes. My Planet of the Apes collection. I love those movies so much. And then I have actually right here, I bought the Best Buy Skyrim Special Edition, and I got this little hat thing that I never wear, but right there, you have all of my dice from Dice Masters, which is a game that I was like obsessed with for a while. Don't really play it too much anymore, so they kind of just sit there in a big old Ninja Turtles mug, which is a gift that I received. I was a groomsman in my buddy Jeff's wedding, and he gave me that as part of my wedding gift, or just kind of my thank you gift for being in the wedding. And right here are all the pins from like my Loot Crate boxes that I get in the Marvel Collector and stuff like that. I didn't really know what to do with them, and I got this really cool glass cup from one of the Loot Crates that's from the Lord of the Rings that has the elfish saying, and I don't remember what the saying is, that's actually engraved on the ring. So I thought that was really cool. I didn't really want to drink out of it, so I figured I would put it there. And then here you have the Ninja Turtles collection, the Dark Knight collection, and then I am a huge Coheed and Cambria fan. And I would say it was probably about 7-8 years ago, they went on what they call the Never Ender tour, excuse me. And they had DVDs and CD collections of it. And this is I believe they called the Children of the Fence edition. So that's really cool. I think that's about it. I think I've taken you on the whole tour of my room here. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, smash that like button on this video. I'll probably do something similar for the 200 subscriber mark as well. So again, thank you so much, and I look forward to hanging out with you guys some more.